Hello all and welcome to FPR1 Season 1 of the 100% Realistic Racing League. I'm your host Hughes Damon, and today we'll be taking you through the wonderful Belgium Grand Prix for round 10 of the championship. Quick overview of the circuit. Drivers will have to navigate 44 laps of this 19 corner track, 10 to left, 9 to the right, and 2 DRS zones for the extra boost of top speed. We'll hopefully see some solid overtakes down towards turn 1 and avoid carnage that you can see in the background there, caused by one Roman Grosjean back in 2012, I believe. Next DRS straights after the famous Rouge and Radion section of corners, leading all the way to turn 5, also known as the Kill Straight. A very long DRS straight as well. So again, expect to see overtakes in towards turn 5 there. And hopefully we'll have a nice, interesting race. Quick, see if we can pull up the rest of these. Quick look at the current standings then. Robbo leads now with a 20-point lead. And as you may have said in last week's stream, he might not be here. Well, guess what? He's going to turn up for the last 2 races before we enter the Christmas break. So he's looking to extend / retain his lead at the top of the standings. Closely followed up though by Hill. He's only 20 points away. THC and Spread relatively close as well. And you get another little bit of a gap from Dystopian, who's sitting P5. And remember, the standings are only drivers based. There is no constructors standings. So although everyone will be in cars such as the Ferrari, you might have 2 people there in the same car, they expect them not to be doing swap overs or team orders, because it is all for their own cause, to get as many points as possible. Points are scored for every position you finish. Well, so long as you finish, I should say. And quick little updates. We have today's race at Spa-Francorchamps, and then we'll also have next week the Hungaroring for the final race of 2023, where we'll be taking a nice Christmas break and returning with Spielberg in the new year on the 6th of January. And yes, indeed you did, Bolts. The fastest lap merchant, he's got the most fastest lap so far this season, 3. That's pretty 3 out of the 6 races he's done so far, which is a pretty good start. Other people that have taken the fastest laps, we've got Schmitty there on the very first race at Bahrain. And we also have Corey, who took one in Great Britain. So, let's say the fastest lap points, well, they will help. They will add up to the total overall as we are waiting the launch of the session. Quick update, there will also be a short qualifying session to set the grid for the 100% race around this Belgium track. Hopefully we'll see the clouds uphold if nice and clear, as I always think the clear dry weather races are usually the better ones, as we've seen previously. I think the rain tends to split the field a lot more, obviously with people having different abilities when doing wet weather driving. Still waiting. Also, last time out we were in Austin, Texas. If you haven't seen that race, you'll be able to watch it back on my channel after you've watched this one. Please don't leave us. You can give yourself a reminder on what happened last time. Where a few big names dropped out. Spread with a DNF. Jesus as well, he's a big name. He's already had 1 win previously. I'm just going to put a PSA out there. If you do hear some background noises, I do apologise. It is extraordinarily windy right now in the UK, and it quite literally gives me the feeling of the windows are going to fucking cave in. It's that windy. Also, I've just heard some before, so I think the bins are going everywhere. So, you know, aside from all that, we're good to go. We are in the session. 18 minutes of qualifying to determine the grid. So a little update on the car allocations. We have Robbo this time all the way in a Haas for the first time this season. Clem has managed to sneak himself into an Aston Martin along with Jesus. Cameron sticking with his usual AlphaTauri. All car allocations are done on the day of the race, and they are set up, as we all know, very lovely. We really don't see any significant outliers, really. I think we've had maybe one or two, but I think that's just because we're seeing how they fit in. But these lads do an absolutely fantastic job, so huge shout out to the admins for setting all this up. Anyway, on to the on-track action. Bolts are the first one out on track. We'll stay on board with him for the first lap of the session. Also adds as a bit of a disclaimer, if the power does go, it tends to do in windy and stormy situations as it is at the moment in the UK. Clem joins chat, yo, what up? Here we go then. Oh, there's a few chances of invalidations around this track, I have to admit. But hopefully we'll avoid the extraordinary amount of penalties. This should be too hard to get pens really around here. Anyway, round turn 1 for Bolts looking pretty good at the moment now. Let's see how much balls do take this completely flat, no lifting whatsoever through here. I'd imagine all drivers will be doing that, and yeah, look at that, comfortably flat. But you do lose obviously a bit of top speed every time you turning in and going rather significantly uphill. On the run now towards turn 5, head brake at the just after the 100-metre board there. 5th and 4th gear corner, keeping it tight to the racing line, otherwise you lose time going a little bit wide for the turn 7 there. And this is a lovely corner. I do like this corner very much on this game. Feels very nice. And this is one area where you can probably see a few invalidations and extending track limits going on right here. Completely flat out through P1. Oh, but he's invalidated. That was a bit harsh. I thought he was still on the track there. Oh dear. So backing off then is Bolts through P1 with an invalidation. Let's see who else is behind on all. We've got Phantom Dragon who's peeled off into the pit lane. We've got Dystopian out there into the Alpine. Invite Curse. I think I have him on here. Let's see if we can find him. Invite some requests. The curse. There he is. I think that's sent one. Hopefully we can get him in. 19 drivers and oh yeah, there he is. The full 20. Misfits setting the pace. Karov beaten by 5/10 there from Misfits in the Red Bull. Karov with a 1.35, 1.30 for Misfits, 1.37 for Whale there in the Williams. And so far so good for Dystopian, no invalidation. Right in towards Blondremont now. Bolt saying he may have messed up, accidentally put me set to, oh dear. Nah, to be fair, I don't think a default's too bad around here in fairness. You definitely want as much, top speed as everyone else, or no, you might be alright for grip on cars at top speed, you'll probably start struggling. And also tyre wear, you probably struggle with a default setup, but it's not the worst track to have a default on. Not the worst track. There could be worse situations. Anyway, Dystopian puts himself into 6th, saying it screwed him up big time. Oh, that might be incorrect then. We got Fatal in the Mercedes. He's done a 44.7. 44.0 for Schmidty in the Ferrari. Still still the game rocking the Ferrari white and red special Vegas livery, which is absolutely beautiful to look at. Obviously, the real F1 season's long come to the end now, with what can only really be described as utter Red Bull dominance, and probably not one of the best seasons in terms of races. Let's be honest. But hey ho, you win some, you lose some. That award, I believe, that's a lot of ERS users, is that? How much is used normally on the straight? Nah, actually, I think it must have validated previously, because that seems to be a lacking amount of ERS there. Hopping with the Aston Martin of Clem here. So let's see what car Curse jumped into. Yeah, he jumped into the Williams. So full 20 cars. This is going to be exciting. Speaking of excitement, staying on board here with Clem, as anything can happen really. As he's entering, heading towards now sector 3, just a long back straight. Sorry, the back straight that isn't really straight, I should say. Got turns 16, 17. Oh, Blanchimont, I think it's called. I'm trying to remember corner names, but I mean, we all know when you watch Western, corner names aren't my speciality. The last two cars, turn 18 and 19, the last bus stop chicane. I know that one for sure. Many incidents occur there. So Clem moves himself into P8 with a 44.2. That will just stepping in behind in the other Ferrari. He's Ferrari sandwich now, to say the least. Curse on that. Phantom Dragon on a flyer, going up through Rouge and Radion. And it's absolutely lovely. See, let's have a look at his top speed as he goes forward braking zone, keeping on that 210, 211 now. He's almost reached 213 on the straight there. There's a little bit out of shape through turn 5. It's left a bit wayward through 6, but he caught it back there through 7 as we now head down the hill through sector 2. And again, drops into 4th to make sure he gets a rotation there, especially in the AlphaTauri. You're going to need it. And now through Pouon again, he's dropping it down to 6th, but keeping the revs as high as possible, and it wants him to keep it flat through Pouon. And now the quick right and left corner sequence here. Again, that's I think another one of my favourite corner sequences on this track as well. And all looking good. Purple sector, according to the game. But as we all know, it's hit or miss, if that's accurate or not. More miss than hit. So here we go, going into the bus stop chicane now. Heaviest braking zone at the track. It keeps it in 3rd gear, interestingly. It's a new one. I haven't seen many people do it like that, but it's gone quicker than his teammate by exactly by a 10th. You don't see that often. He slots it into P3, and at the moment, no one seems to be challenging Misfits. He's got a nice, lovely, nearly 3/10 gap to P2, which is Ollie Champ. So things are looking good. Curse, though, is on an invalidated lap for now. 8 minutes 30 left in the session, and we've got the commentary's favourite driver, Jesus. Is coming round into sector 3 along the back straightish, I'm going to call it. Keeping it close to the curbs there, and on to the heavy braking zone for the bus stop chicane. Into 2nd gear, getting that good rotation, hitting both apexes quite nicely there. And going to be across the line to set a 44.7, and it goes last of all the timed runners by about 2 thousandths. Although, just saying, that box has just gone slower. Clearly the setup really not doing well, and I was clearly extremely wrong with the shit I was chatting earlier. We've got Spread out on track as he's come across the line. Where's he going to go? Second. He goes ahead of his teammate and closes that gap to Misfits. Now Misfits is going to be looking at that thinking, right, definitely going to need to go out here and definitely going to have to find a bit more time if drivers like that in Alpha and Bayos are setting rather competitive times. Anyone in the chat who's in the race, if you able to tell me if we've got rain in the race or not, that would be splendid. KZA, the other McLaren driver for today. After I'm more and more grown liking to that McLaren every time I see it. It's not bad, not bad. But it definitely doesn't top the Ferrari livery that has on the game at the moment. That's some top tier shit right there. Anyway, heavy braking then for the bus chicane, second gear early up just to third for the extra traction, and keeping the wheel nice and straight and pinned all the way down to the start finish straight, and a 1:44.4 puts him P14. So, like I said, we've got a few sides, not really a few gaps in it, you know, 1 second separating top 11. And even then, beyond that, it's still sort of close. There's no real huge gaps. I mean, I guess you could say there's the 2 tenths between Whale and Kamarov, but you're only talking 2 tenths. I think 2 tenths is probably the biggest gap you see out there. So it's looking pretty close overall. And we could see ourselves down. We do get DRS trains around this track, you know. The straights are very long, that you can, you know, catch right back up in the slipstream or with DRS, even if you lose a little bit of time through the corners because you're stuck in that dirty air. Obviously, dirty air not being super bad nowadays, but it still affects it. Bolt saying he's gone from gliding into the pits from having to turn the wheel 275 degrees. Ouch. Yeah, having to do the Institute of Advanced Motorist stuff, you know, the wheel shuffle to get into the pits there. Like, that's actually, well, no, I'd hate to do that. I think when I used to use a wheel every now and then, I had it so it you know, restrict the maximum amount of turning you can actually have. Otherwise, you know, having to go 275 degrees around a corner is AIDS. It's not a fun experience, I'll have to admit. Red Bull staying well the way there, will people coming by. Clem looking to improve upon his time, and ideally, I'd like to see him in the top 10 at the very least. Yeah, but it's absolutely dead zone. It honestly, it helps. I mean, you'd have to get used to a bit more on the lighter movements, especially if you know, looking to just slowly go to the side. It's a little bit of a thing to get used to, but yeah, that definitely. I mean, we're alright for me, but I'm not a huge wheel expert. I did it for like a few races, and I thought, no, I prefer the pad. But I also don't have a wheel anymore now, so we're all pad. But it's what I used to do. Day loves us for a reason. That's my guy. That's why I'm here. For the best tips and tricks, and the best talking shit about the spread. Anyway, Franz Piper in P15. Ahead of quite a few drivers, but we've got Kirsten Hilly yet to set lap times. 3 minutes 11 left on the clock, and France is taking a detour on the very outside of Pooh there, saying hello to the fans. Why not? Fatal now going for it yet again. I think we, as well, I've seen yesterday's race where I had temporary filling in for Hilly whilst he was unwell for the FPR100 stream yesterday. Again, you can also check that out on the Twitch. 2/10 improvement for Fatal. We, like I say, me and Clem said that Fatal is qualifying. Sometimes he can put a banger in, but most of the time his qualifying is where his weakness at. But his races, he can really gain many positions in the race. So he knows where he's setting up. Dartlord, by the way, 142.8 from Dartlord out of nowhere has gone up to P1, holding provisional pole position. There's only 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. We've got pretty much nearly everyone coming out of the garage. Corey has said, that's it, I'm done. And he remains 4th for now, but is that track evolution, or is that just an absolute worldie from Dartlord there? 7/10 improvement for Fatal. This is looking to put him, where would that put him? Platform 0. Only a couple of positions actually, so again, needs to find a bit more time here. As he's running into the bus stop chicane, needs to absolutely nail this one hard on the brakes, turned in a little bit too early on the entry to 18, sorry. And but it's better on the exit. Improves by nearly 7 tenths to P14, and I believe that's his qualifying session over. THC on the meanwhile. No qualifying ban this time round, and car off in sector 1. It's Mercedes. I believe that is Fatal. Be getting out of the way though of people, so don't need to worry about that one. THC is approaching some traffic, although he looks like he's bailed out of a lap here. Yeah, he's bailed out of a lap. Absolutely. Misfits is on a lap. This is one we definitely need to watch. Although, no, he's not improving looking at that. Anyone improving? Kersner? THC, now we know about that. Kamarov. What can Kamarov do? He's down in P10 at the moment. Dartlord retiring in the pits there. That's his session over. Holds pole position for now, but who will take him off the top spot? Carroll with the 2/10 improvement pretty much through sector 1. 15 seconds left now. This is make or break for all the drivers. I'm trying to keep an eye out, see where people are moving up to, whilst also keeping an eye on Karov's lap. Heading now towards Poo and Clem and THC are also finished, P7, P9 respectively at the moment. But current 2 tons improvement for Karov is going to definitely put him ahead of THC. And potentially ahead of Clem. Let's see what his set to 2 times looking like. Let's see if he's improving through here. Certainly pushing, and that's 6 tenths now, and he's looking to break into the 42s, which Misfits has done, but he couldn't quite knock off from the top spot. So he's in P2 currently. Whale puts himself into P16 for Jesus for now. We've got Kamarov coming up towards the final 2 corners. Letting it, back end stepping out there on the final corner. He's not. That's not going to be helpful. But he comes across, takes P3, and puts the spread down to 4th. But he's coming round into the last sector. We've got an Alpine just up ahead, although that's Kursk going into the well, it might be Williams there. Kursk going into the pits. It wasn't Alpine. Both Alpines improved, but THC's 12th, Dystopian 13th, Robbo's in 8th. Spread goes fastest. He takes pole. Oh, almost beaten by his teammate. P2 there. Alfa Romeo 1-2 again. Misfits coming up to the chicane. Is he on a lap? I believe he is. Can Misfits retake it? No, he has a huge back-end wobble there, and that might cost him. It has. Oh, that's P4 for Misfits, and out of left field. Unless Schmidty's he's invalidated. So yeah, out of left field. We have Spread taking pole position after what could have been Dartlord's pole there, but he's now been demoted down to the 2nd row. Both Alfa Romeos jumping right up there in the last minute. But an astonishing lot there from Spread at 142.6. Very good job indeed. Spread and going for it. Damn, now I can't chat shit. Nah, it'll still be washed anyway. Doing it for Team Jamaica. So there you have it, your top three then. Spread on pole with Ollie Champ alongside him for the front row. And Dartlord, a very good qualifying yet again. He started P3 for the race. And just a confirmation of how close that was, a second separating the top 13. And the only big gap started to form from behind Fatal was a bit of a 4/10 jump. Franz Piper starting 18th. Healy not setting a lap time. Starts P20. He has got a lot of work to do in that Haas, starting right from the back. Bolt saying he may be in trouble today. Never mind. No, I think he'll be fine. Points aren't given out in qualifying, points are given out in the race, and that's where the performance matters. And like I say, big DRS trains can form quite easily here, which, I mean, looking at the past seasons where we've had nothing but dry races, I mean, Bahrain's a pretty good example of huge DRS trains. God, that was going on for ages. By the way, whilst we are in the Christmas break, what I'll try and do is I'll try to upload some of the past recorded races that I've done. So obviously some races I have missed out because I was not present. But all the ones that I have done, I've recorded, and hopefully over the Christmas break I'll upload them to a channel I'll make for FPR1, hopefully. So that people can watch them back. Give them something to do over Christmas break. So we await the start of the race. Obviously 100% race, 44 laps of racing, which that might not seem a lot, but considering how long this track is, it's going to be pretty bad. Overcast all the way through. Thank you for that information, Bolts. Like the #1 fan. So have a look then. Race director, and we'll be looking at mediums all round here. We'll do a quick one through the grid order, starting from the back of the grid this time. Hilly will start last and 20th, and occupying him alongside the back row is Bolts. Sorry, the 10th row I should say. Bolts starting 19th with the default setup, but let's give it all. Get everything, man. Full send. Do a Roman no, don't do a Roman Grosjean. that's the one thing we don't want you to do. We've got Franz Piper and Casey A on the 9th row. And then we move to Jesus and Fatal occupying the 8th row there. Schmidty starting 14th for Ferrari. And Dystopian in the Alpine for 13th. THC just ahead of him for P12. Phantom Dragon starting 11th. We've got Clem just getting himself into the 10th position there. And Robbo ahead of him for P9 in the first time he's in the Haas. Not a bad performance. Then we've got both the wins, P8, P7, Whale 8th and Curse 7th. Corey in 6th for the other Mercedes. And then we've got AlphaTauri of Karov there in P5. Misfit's doing pretty well. He's up into starting P4 on the second row. Also occupying the second row. Dartlord in P3. What can he do in the Ferrari? Is Ferrari finally going to get a good result in the race? Traditionally, no. And what do I predict? Probably the same thing. Nothing to do with the driver, it's to do with the car. The car is cursed. I'm telling you now, that team is completely and utterly cursed. If people have been watching all the past streams, you know how bad a Ferrari race always tends to go. Got then an all Alfa Romeo front row, Ollie Champ and Spread lining up on pole position. It's a short run down towards turn 1, so pole position is a very good place to start, and also since you're on the inside line. However, outside line can give a little bit of opportunity as long as you're not going completely too wide and onto those curbs. Those curbs can be very aggressive and you lose a lot of traction. So yeah, talking back in sort of events, we obviously had 2018 race where big crashes towards turn 1 caused by Nico Hulkenberg. I've got to check the Discord chat. Huh. Mad. Right. Mad. That's a bold move. Bold move, Bolts. Bold move. For streaming reasons, I won't show that. But yeah, quite funny. I like that. Extra downforce. The viewers that are into this country are going to get very confused with that one, and we'll leave it as that. Oh dear me. Top quality banter. We're not only here for the commentary, we're here for the banter. So, again, there's another one where you can't see any overly enthusiastic crowd members cheering cars that are stood on the grid. It's like the best part of waiting for the race to start. Well, at least I think so. Seawhale, thank you for the follow, by the way. I know I haven't ripped into spread. I know it has been half an hour, but I can't rip into it when he's actually done a pretty decent performance for once in his life. I mean, it comes pretty rare, you know. I can rip into Wigan all I want, you know. They only just beat bloody York City. That was a game a few days ago. They just bloody beat them, so they can't be that good. Anyway, we got away we go for the formation lap. Then we got spread leading a formation lap for the first time. That's pretty wild, that. Don't bottle it, mate. Don't bottle it. Sort of saying that with a bit of ironicity, really, isn't it? Boss car now going through turn 1, and we already have a car disqualified. It's Franz Piper. Oh dear me. It's not going well for the start of the Red Bull, but then again, I don't know what I was going to say. Words are just falling out of my arse. So, like I say, overcast all the way through. We've got some soft tyres. Let's have a quick look at strategies. We've got a few different strategies there, and interestingly, Spread opted to start with the soft compound tyre for P1. He really wants to make sure he stays ahead. So very interesting there. Everyone else is pretty much on the medium compound tyre, bar from THC KZA who opted for the softs, and then you got Bolts on the hards, and Hilly also going hard. Two people at the back going hard. Watch out, everyone. Your rear ends are at risk. Oh, that's so bad. So very bad. So, possible race strategies then. Looking like 2 stops all round. Medium, medium, soft, or medium, medium, hard. Or will those 2 starting at the hards try and see if they can wiggle out a 1 stop? That'll be interesting to see. Soft runners trying to get their aggressive start and pull away from the carnage. Well, still starting on mediums, looking to use them softs potentially at the end to get the maximum amount of pace. Safety car chance around this track is usually pretty high, especially in league racing terms. Definitely a few areas where you'll see cars spin off or rear ends, or even if we see potentially people go side by side through a Rouge and a Radion. That'll be actually quite fun to watch. Mark Webber style manoeuvres, or in the case of what was once Racing Points, crashing manoeuvres. Oh, they might have been Force India at that time. I think that was when they were just about to come out of being Force India. Anyway then, cars going across the grid, and we await for the start light sequence. Here we go then. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. Not a very long hold at all there. Ferrari there having a very good start and potentially looks to make a challenge onto Olichamp as they head towards turn 1. It's looking pretty calm, but in the background we've got now Misfits making the challenge and gets a good run, like I say, round that outside line. He's held it so far. In the background we're about to see Corey and Kamarov go side by side through a Rouge. Corey manages to hold out that battle. Kamarov losing a bit of momentum there, and Kersey's now coming at him in the Williams using that straight line speed advantage that they have, and it's not quite going to happen. But Kamarov goes down the inside again of Corey. There's contact. Kamarov goes off, makes a little bit of contact. He's off at turn 5 there and losing a whole sea of positions, going down to nearly last there. That move was always going to be audacious, and 9 out of 10 times it wasn't really going to work out in a corner like that, especially when you're going down the inside. Bit too tight of a corner. It was a pretty good getaway from Dark Lord at the start there. He seems to have a very good first phase, but into the second phase, getting caught out towards turn 1, and Misfits going right round the outside, taking that position. He's up into P3, chasing after the 2 Alfa Romeos. Further back, we seem to have another incident. It's Kamarov again are out there through the left right hander, and now Schmidty has gone off as well, and big front wing damage to that Ferrari. Already one of the Ferraris having a bit of abysmal start. Sort of following traditions there, really. Spread leads them over the line then to complete lap 1, ahead of, well, I will invertedly commas say teammate, only champ in the other Alfa Romeo. Things already looking a lot calmer than we'd usually expect, as THC using a bit of that battery usage out of the exit turn 1, and immediately after going through Radion, get himself a much better top speed run through there, and he's immediately applying the pressure to Robbo as they go through. We've got a Mercedes off in the background, that's fatal. Oh dear, I was about to big him up for potentially having good races, but it's just gone wrong on the exit of Radion there. Schmidt's in the pits, going onto the hard compound tyres after front wing damage. Cameron's staying out as he doesn't have any front wing damage and has a lot of catching up to do. THC goes through to P10 then. Further up the order, Darklord still mounting the challenge on the Rebel ahead. Normally it's the other way round, Rebel mounting all the challenge. Well, normally it's Rebel flying ahead of everyone because, you know, OP. But in here we don't have that. We have everyone making challenges for everywhere. And thank you for the race strategies again. Just in case you forgot about that. Yeah, good feature. Good feature, Codemasters. Good feature. Loving it. Little update there on the position changes, mostly people going up 1 or down 1 or up 2 or down 2, and in Cameron's case you're going down 14. Oh dear me. 2 Alfa Romeos getting very close then, heading into the bus stop chicane, spread under a bit of pressure. He's not really had the chance to utilise them soft guys as everyone behind, setting faster lap times, which you don't really expect considering those guys are on mediums. We've got DRS now enabled, And Spread's going to be in a bit of trouble as we head towards the Camel Straight here. Let's see if he can get a good run through Rouge and Radagon. It's not that great. Olijamp definitely had the much better run. He's going for it on Spread there, using all the battery and getting past with ease. Spread though, not going to lose that to the Rebel behind. Further back, we've got Clem making moves on WAO F1 Whale. It's a mouthful to say. He's now up into P7. Further back, Karov getting past Fatal for P18. And Corey with a 3-second time penalty. Early stages there. That's pretty much like a warning a lap there. That's not very good. We've got to keep an eye on those. Meanwhile, fresh round the outside for Phantom Dragon. He takes another position from Whale on this lap. Whale seems to be going a little bit backwards, and he's going to be under pressure quite shortly from THC, but he's sticking very close to the AlphaTauri for now, and he's got a very good run out of the couple of corners there, and a bit of a wiggle on from Phantom Dragon. He's now going to have to look defensive to the car behind. We go on board, look at the rear view camera here, which is, I think, quite nice to look at, but he's using all the ERS there to pull away again as we head into the braking zone for the bus-up chicane. I think he's going to be safe for now. Olijamp wasn't able to break the DRS up ahead in P1. Spread still within chance and gaining on at the start-finish straight. Dare I say that could swap positions again here, as Mercedes looking like to try and have a go at Curse there, taking a different line going through turn 1. But to tell you what, Dark Lord has not had a good run through there and is immediately under pressure from Curse. He were struggling a bit on the strategy speed compared to the Ferrari, and they're now going to have to go side by side into turn 5. We all know what happened last time people went side by side through there. Curse backing out of that one, but Dark Lord is losing time to those ahead. He needs to regain control of the situation as he's really gaining other corners out of all places. You wouldn't have thought of that for Williams versus a Ferrari, but here we are. Unbelievable scenes. Master Spray, meanwhile, might have just missed that one, sorry everyone. But Spread retakes the lead of the Grand Prix from Olijamp. I think that was inevitable. Without the DRS, you're a bit of a sitting duck. Where's Sports up to? He's up to P16, he's making progress for now. Hilly's got about 4-second gap to Jesus ahead. And again, there's another little section where we get a bit of a gap, but it is a huge DRS train from P1 all the way down to P10. Technically meaning we've got a 10-car battle for the lead. And speaking of for the lead, Olijamp getting very close, and he's going to try and send one down the inside. No, but round the outside. Misfits giving it a bit of a look as all these cars are concentrating up. Curse meanwhile sent it on Datlord in the background, making a little bit of contact but nothing too cheeky. We're going to have a look at this one as again he's looking very close. He's going to try and move there. Not quite, as he had to look out for the car up the inside. Corey nearly took the position at one point, but just out of place on the exit, getting a bit too close to the inside now. We're going through Rouge again. Dark Lord really struggling through that section of corners. Clem picking up a penalty in the meantime, but he's very close to the back of Corey. He's looking to make a move. Could be a few cars here making moves. Got Spread losing 2 positions. Just quickly moving to that one. Misfits also managing to sneak past there. Further back, Curse around the outside. Clem on the outside as well. Oh, it's too impossible to keep up the side, almost side by side there, and moves are being finished there, but not quite. Corey's fighting this one back. Oh, there's not a lot of room left, and oh, I thought they were going to completely wipe each other out there. That was very close between the Mercedes and Aston Martin, but fair play. Great moves all round. Curse finally getting ahead of the Ferrari. Corey darting around a little bit in the background. Got a couple of people I just left them. See if, quickly see if I can get them in before I miss anything. Where's Fatal? I've got him here somewhere, I think. No, he didn't accept it. Sorry, I can't stop one out. Hopefully one of the admins might be able to get on that one. I try, I did look. Misfits almost look to try and challenge for the lead here, but Spread's also pretty close behind them. Further back, Dystopian and KZ here in a battle into the bus-stop chicane. Dystopian getting ahead of the McLaren. And Jesus in the background looking to try and potentially look for a move around the outside of turn 1, I believe. No, not quite alongside enough to make anything happen there just yet. Quickly switching it back to the leaders then. Yeah, they're all going for it. They're going 3 wide, potentially no. Ollie-Champ just no DRS, loses 2 positions. This time Misfits is going to take the lead ahead of Spread, but Misfits has got a 3-second time penalty there, looking at the situation there. So a little bit cut track. Oh, big back end wobble through exit of 6. Now going into. Is that the exit? No, that's not the exit of 6. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is the exit of 6. Bouncer. Can't even remember meal tracks. So entering Pooh on Misfits now lead the battle for P1 of 10 cars. Phantom Dragon in the meanwhile managed to get ahead of Corey. Corey dropping a couple of positions now and not able to regain, as I think he might be struggling for a bit of top line speed compared to the rest of the guys. You kind of know that you're going to be within a DRS train. Speaking of DRS trains, Dartlord has just dropped out, but he's going to have to try and work hard, probably use a lot of battery to catch back up. Although speaking of batteries, he doesn't have a lot left in Clem now, looking to potentially make the attack on the Ferrari. Could be the next one to get past, even be at turn 1. Wider there for the Ferrari, trying to keep as much top line speed as he can, not turning too hard. Spread in the meantime almost lost touch with the Red Bull ahead. Misfits certainly pushing quite hard at this stage of the Grand Prix. Karov and Schmidty both still playing the catch-up game as under braking, nearly touching the back of Dart Award there. KZA dives into the pits. On his soft tyres, let's quickly have a look. Was that a wing change? Didn't look like it. No, it looks like a normal scheduled pit stop. So he goes onto the medium compound tyres. That's not the one I wanted to look at. That's the one I wanted to look at. Spread losing touch with DRS. Misfits has broken out of that train, and that could be crucial. He needs to keep it on track here. Spread being washed as he is, has lost out on DRS, and is now the one back under pressure. Curses up there. Clem managed to get past ahead of Dartlord, who's also another person who's now starting to really struggle. I think that might be the sign of soft tyres finally dying off. We saw the McLaren KZA pit who started on the soft tyres. Dare I say, Spread might be coming in as well. Looking to try and make a move on Ollie Champ is Curse. Very close to the back of the Alfa Romeo, whilst the Ollie Champ is pushing his teammate through. Was that specks of rain did I see? No, because it was overcast all the way through. Was it like specks of rain? I think it was just specks of gravel. Or marbles. Here we go then, into the bus stop chicane. Ollie Champ going to try it down the inside, but has to now go defensive from Curse, who's almost managed to make that move stick, and has a big tank slapper, and that's allowed Clem to look into this. He's going to go down the inside of turn 1. Is he going to make that move stick? Almost touching. I think he touched the back of Ollie Champ just a little bit there. Loses that position out to Curse again. Curse gets very close to the back of Ollie Champ. Ollie Champ now having to think much more about his defense rather than offense on Spread. Spread is going to be happy about this as they're fighting hard, but they've all still got DRS on the back of him as we make our way towards turn 5 in the background. That's Phantom Dragon on Dartlord. Ollie Champ on Spread. Didn't quite make that happen. Now Curse is trying to make the move round the outside of 6. Didn't quite manage to hold on to that one. Clem also looking to try and get involved. Phantom Dragon nearly making the send on Clem as well. Going on board with the AlphaTauri driver as we head now towards Puon. Well, we're going to see a big balls move around here? No, definitely not. That DRS has most certainly saved Ollie Champ from losing the position there to Curse. But oh, my word, could it have gotten a bit hairy there. These guys absolutely giving it all, and it's only up 8 out of 44. I thought they were going to make contact then. Jeez. This is too much. I can't keep up. Absolute mad things. That Lord, by the way, is got a great run on Phantom Dragon here as they thought about going side by side through there, but thought maybe not. Now this time Phantom Dragon looks to make a defense and now into an offensive move. He goes down the inside into the bust-up chicane. Clem fighting this one back, regains the inside line for the next corner. He gets much better traction on the exit, and now they're going to be fighting side by side, also fighting side by side up ahead. Ollie Champ and Kirsten go towards turn 1. Who's coming out on top of each of these guys' battle? Phantom Dragon is ahead of Clem. Clem trying to get the switchback move done. Didn't quite get it happen. Curse up to P3. Only Champ slapped behind as they're still all megally fighting away. Spread is now really laughing hard on this one. Grez is saying it could be ended in tears. I'm not surprised it hasn't ended in tears already. This could get very spicy as they make the run towards turn 3. Is it going to be 3 wide? Oh, Glenn really thought about trying that one. Realised that was never going to work out. Ollie Champ and now losing 2 positions. Phantom Dragon squeezing his way past into turn 5 and 6 there. And in the meantime, Franz Piper picking up a 3-second time penalty. In the background, Whale making an interesting move on Dartlord. Dartlord still not giving this one up. He's now very close to the inside, almost off the track, but he just stayed on and now loses out another position. Corey getting involved in this one. Dystopia's catching up to the back of this while they're all fighting so very hard. In the meantime, Misfits is in bliss at the moment. He's got a 4-second lead now. But how hard these guys are fighting. Now Curse is really mounting the attack. He really wants to get ahead of Spread, who's on pretty much dead sauce at this point. And it's only lap 9. Oh dear lord. Grezza White here, I need your help. Oh my god. Curse could hang on. Curse is going to potentially make the move into the bust-up chicane. He's now going to try around the outside. He's going to really look at that much more grip from Curse, and that's what you need. And he's got the DRS for good measure to help him pull along towards turn 1. But dare I say, he could be at risk on the Camel Straight. Look at this, the cars, the head, the nose to tail all the way to from B2 to B10. Dystopia's gained nearly a second because of how much these guys are battling. And now Spread is making his attack to regain P2 from Curse. It's an easy move because he's now going to have to step back, and he may... The crew internet is bleeding up, otherwise I'd get on and join. See if it works, mate, see if it works. So Curse drops back to P3. There are no other changes further back. All calm for this lap at least. I can take a breather and just think what the bloody hell's happened. Ooh, very wide for Curse. He definitely would have picked up a warning for that one. As Ollie Champ has had a moment on P1 actually. I think he had a back end moment and went off track as well. And he's dropped a few places there. That's Clem up to P5. Unbelievable scenes. Danny, hello. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Class rate is this indeed, sir. Here we go then. Curse, is he going to do it again? Is he going to wait this time, or is he going to go full send again? Let's have a look. Spread going on the defensive, switch back to the racing line, and I think Curse realises it's a bad idea to make the overtake before the Camel Straight. But really good exit there from Spread, as Curse is forced to a bit of a tighter line than he would have really wanted. Further back you got a whole pack of cars just waiting to see what happens. That Spread, if he has a shitter through here, which I mean it is Spread, it is quite likely, could lose about 5 positions in one straight. They're that bloody close. Here we go then. Spread, I mean Curse immediately on the back of Spread. It's a done deal before he even hit the braking zone. But a lot of the other guys behind just slotting back. We've got Ollie Champ and Dark Lord making moves. Dark Lord fighting this one out. He's not giving it up. He's going to go the long way around the outside. He hasn't quite made that move now. They're fighting into what turn 7 now. Who's later on the brakes? Ollie Champ on the inside to get a much better line. Dark Lord has lost out. He's down to P8. Clem with another 3-second time penalty, bottling it as we speak. Someone called Dimitri because he's bottling it. We're trying to... Ollie Champ lost a lot of time in that move. He's now 2 seconds behind Whale. Good news for Spread. In reality, that's one less position to one less gaggle of cars to worry about for now. He's still just hanging on in there for the just within DRS range of Curse Ahead, which is crucial because he's got no battery there to play with. He's got no tyre life left really on the soft tyres, doing 11 laps on them now. We've got yellow flags being waved. I think that's Bolt's having a little bit of a moment on the exit of P1, but I think he's get going again, so he's all right there. And into the pits, THC has come. He's going to try and go for the huge undercut on all of these cars, and that could be huge and could potentially kick off a whole gaggle of pit stops in the next lap. I'll work on the tyres back on, see what tyre he's gone on. He's gone on for another set of mediums, confirming it is definitely a 2-stop for THC. Hill, you started P20, is now up to 13th on those hard compound tyres. Dark Lord getting past Ollie Champ again. These two are going to be constantly switching positions all the way through. Dark Lord, who once started, both of them having back end moments in sync. That was rather satisfying to watch actually. Dark Lord started P3, now running P7 in the race. Not really turned out the way he would like, and has got a bit of a gap to catch up. Like I said, it's only increasing as these two keep fighting each other. Meanwhile, we've got again another yellow flag. Again, it's Bolts and a virtual safety car as well. Does Bolts have damage here? I believe it looked like his front wing is... oh, his front wing is very much missing. So he's had a big moment on Radion. A virtual safety car has been deployed. Now, does it stay out long enough for these guys to pit? Could THC be in the mud? Let's find out then. We stay on board with Misfits, as I'd imagine all these guys are definitely going to pit. Especially Spread. Spread is going to be loving this. No, Misfit stays out. What's Curse going to do? Curse comes into the pit. Spread, I think that's an obvious answer. He's definitely going to come into the pits. So is everyone else behind. Pits are getting very busy. All of a sudden, Misfits he's going to be kicking himself here with a virtual safety car, not taking the opportunity to pit. Look at how many positions he could be losing. Who else isn't pitting? Oh, Dark Lord hasn't pit as well. Someone else hasn't pit. That's Dystopian. Jesus stays out. It's a 3 pit stop. It's probably a lot earlier than what these guys wanted. We're green flag racing again on the exit. See where people come out. Got a few different tyre compounds there. We got Clem going onto the hards, Curse going onto the hards, Spread goes onto the mediums, Phantom Dragon sticking to the mediums along with Whale, Corey and Ollie Champ. THC, who pitted earlier, has very much suffered from this one. What could have been a good undercut has turned into terrible luck with the virtual safety car. Jesus up to P4, but those guys pitted behind him. Only 5 seconds to close, and they're going to close pretty quick. Greza has joined. Let's see if I can get him in. Let's see if he's in. So come on, any time today can be nice. Don't worry, I am seeing what's on track as well. No, we're not that bad. We've got Clem all over the back of Hilly, who's still out on those hard compound tyres. Understandable why he didn't pit. Clem trying to look for a way past, but Hilly's saying no. You're gonna have to wait, mate. Let's see. Multitasking at its finest whilst we watch these two battling out for P8. Jesus. Only got a 4.7 gap to the car behind, but is within DRS of Dystopian Head. Fatal to getting a 3-second time penalty. There we go then. So here comes Clem. Is still not able to make the move on Hilly. This is looking like curtains at the moment. As joining us in the commentary box, we've got Grezza. And we've also got a safety car. Bolts is out. Bolts has dropped it at, I believe that's turn 8 or 9.
I was on board with him then. I just saw the McLaren stayed still. What the hell?
He is out of this race. Oh dear me. Bolts is having a rotten time these past few races, and it's actually kind of it's actually kind of heartbreaking really to watch. He's had a few good chances in some of these races with good qualifying positions and good luck, and it's turned sour. Oh, Franz Piper's out. He's crashed into the safety car.
Oh no!
He's actually crashed into the safety car. Oh dear. Oh no. That's mad. Anyway, welcome Chris to the show, to the commentary box.
What time to join?
Oh, let's turn. No, no, you're alright audio-wise.
I'm gonna hope. By the way, Schmitty did this in a louder race, and he's missed it this time. He's learnt his lesson.
Oh yeah.
Is my audio included?
Yeah, it's automatically included. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
We do things properly. So, I think we're going to see Misfits Dark Lord, Dystopian Jesus Pit, but they've lost time. Are they going to stay out ahead of this pack? We're staying with Curse and keeping an eye on the track map, see where they come out. Misfits is in, getting served currently. Curse is definitely pushing as much as he can compared to the Delta. Misfits has finished his pit stop, he's coming out now. Is he going to stay ahead? Bolts has bolted. So he said he knocked his front wing and went to turn and nothing happened. Yeah, it happens like that unfortunately. Misfits stays out ahead.
What goes to the Did he go medium there?
Yeah, he was going. The race strategy was team stop, no matter what.
He could have gone hard to the end, wouldn't he?
I would have thought Hards might have been able to go quite long, but I don't know. But from what I can see, this game so far, I think the fresher tyres seem to be performing quite well compared to like staying out on old tyres.
Yeah, there's an instant jump, isn't there? But it kind of dies after a certain time. But
Absolutely.
the problem is, a wrongly timed safety car now for Misfits means he's got to go hard, and everyone else is on mediums. Well,
everyone else is technically the same because they've got hards, yeah.
Phantom's gone medium as well. Spread Clem. Oh, there's quite a few have gone medium. Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that.
Well, Clem's now gone hards, so he's alright. Curse is also hards. Dystopian, Robbo, KZA. Haley started on the hards, he's gone out to the mediums, so he's got another set of mediums to go take him to the end of the race after this. Kalrov now going on to soft tyres, he's wanting to make his way up the field after a dreadful start to his race. Started P5, runs in P17. Schmitty as well. I think he got caught up in an instant going down the inside of one of the guys. Can't remember who it was off the top of my head now. I think it might have been was it? No, it wasn't this teammate. It was someone else. It'll come to me randomly. But yeah, he went down the inside and made contact. I think later on he had another contact with someone else.
I thought it'd be that or a disconnect or something, to be honest.
Oh, the connection's not been too bad.
Mine might not be that great. I think it's because I'm definitely downloading F1 on Steam.
Oh, well, that probably doesn't help.
So that might be killing quite a lot of the crew internet, but
The crew internet, aka
the,
hamsters on wheels.
mhm.
Speaking of hamsters and wheels, spreads in P4. And that's all I have to say about that one. uh,
Soft, medium. The spread on the soft.
yeah, spread
This is what I
started on
would always
sauce.
do.
Yeah.
I always prefer that in 100% because the medium, and hard, the tyres are important, and he's still got every single option available, no matter what happens.
No matter. I'll rate that, Danny, rate that. So. Misfits then still leading this race under safety car conditions, no overtaking allowed. I believe the safety car might be in this lap as well. Lap 16 out of 44. Jesus Christ, that feels quite long. How long will we go for? We'll be going for over an hour already. Told you yesterday this is going to be a long, long stream.
I really hope it doesn't rain.
I've been confirmed by Bolts that it was overcast all the way through, so I don't think we need to worry about the rain. And thank God, because this has been absolutely intense, and it's about to be intense again. Safety car brought everyone back together, and we saw how big that DRS train was. Like 10 cars all together. And
Yeah,
as you were
last
saying
I
in the
saw
chat,
that
I'm surprised it didn't end in tears or someone.
it was looking like people were like a lap more of that, and they were going to be starting like, I just need to get through. And I was starting to get a bit worried, to be honest, but they all behaved, to be fair.
Well, as we've
It
seen in
seems like the
Bahrain and
incidents
all
we've
that.
had are all on their own.
Yeah, it's like I say, we always have class racing around here. And I think I'll never forget that famous incident at the very last lap of Bahrain where the three leaders collided with each other. Anyway, safety car in this lap. Misfits now dictates the pace of this restart. You'll see the whole pack really get bunched together. Can he drop Curse? He's going to be on those hard tyres. Those people on hards are going to have to take a few more laps to heat right up. Kersey was originally doing the attacking on most of these guys. He's now going to have to look to do a lot of defending. Whereas Misfits has got to time this right and absolutely bolt away. Pardon the pun. He's dropped dropped Curse for dead there, nearly a second already. That's a great restart.
That's what he needs to do on the mediums with a penalty.
Yeah, penalties are going to play
Need to go.
Big dividends. So we're racing again then. Lap 17 out of 44. Not even halfway through. If it stays like this, we're definitely going to be no short of any type of footage.
That Williams, by the way, looks like a rocket on the straights.
It has been for a few people, although I think Curse has gone for a bit more of a downforce setup, but Corey gaining on Whale ahead. But no DRS, it's going to make that type of move quite hard. Dark Lord in 8th place. Another person who's been lost out quite a lot. Whereas Kamarov is now starting to make his way through the pack on the soft compound tyres. He's ahead of KZA currently. He's going to be pushing rather hard. As in reality, it should be well, with those guys who are battling for P1. Curse has managed to recatch Misfits here, so even though his restart was pretty good, Curse is still absolutely gunning for it. Spread, washing up as usual, is losing touch of DRS already. Obviously it's not going to be activated for another couple of laps here. But it is rather crucial. Clem also struggling out there a little bit, but he's also on the hard tyres.
He hadn't used any of his battery up until that point, and then Whale got a bit close to him and decided to use a bit, so I think he was just happy to sit.
Yeah, I think he's now going to be having to start looking in his mirrors quite a lot. Schmidty getting past KZA really dropping back, but he's on the hard tyres as well. 3 second time plate for Schmidty on top of that one. And Phantom Dragon setting the fastest lap of 46.5. He means business in that AlphaTauri. And speaking of business, he's actually getting quite close to the back of Curse, and Curse is still gaining time on Misfits ahead. We go through Radion, and he's had a very great run there, and he's going to be on the back of Curse. Pulls out, he's going side by side, taking plenty of gap there. He's ahead. Is Curse going to fight this round the outside later on the brakes? Can't quite do it there, and Phantom Dragon is ahead and in P2. Curse not giving this one up though, he's still then lurking just in the background. Also in the background you see Whale getting perilously close to Clem again, but he's now under pressure from Corey behind. Dartlord closing that gap back up. Hamarov making moves on Robbo for P14. He's in a Haas sandwich, watch out, that could be quite dangerous.
Yeah, Whale was having a look at Clem on the straight while we were watching the top two, and I think Clem burnt to stay ahead. But look at the gap he's lost to Spread. He's going to be a sitting duck next lap anyway.
Absolutely, as DNS will come into effect. And there'll be nothing he can do. Corey again getting very close to the back of Whale. These guys, I'm assuming by the names, probably racing the same league and quite used to racing each other, but oh look at that, Whale is now all over the back of Clem before he even starts to get towards bus stop chicane. That is absolutely ridiculous. It is mad how quick that car is. And there we go then. DRS enabled. Clem is...
It hasn't broke it.
Clem is a real deep load of shit. Spread's actually managed to get back into the DRS. He's probably burnt quite a lot of his battery in doing so. Wow, look at that. He could lose 2 positions here. Going through Aruj and Radion, he's so much quicker. Look at that, he's just so much quicker. Don't even need the DRS, he's going to fly by him anyway. It's now, can he hold on to P6 from Corey behind? I think Corey had a bit of a shitter last time, and it's hurt him through Camel Straight, and has to stay for P7. Meanwhile, Whale up to P5. Clem, I think, with 6 seconds at the moment. So that's also not going to help.
Amarov's up to P13.
It's making steady progress. Managed to get by both the Hasses. Also Fatal getting by Robbo in the Haas. He's also on a recovery drive from an earlier incident. And Clem is, compared to Curse, he's not firing up his hard tyres at all. In fact, Curse is probably the only one on the hards that has really fired up his tyres compared to everyone else. Phantom Dragon is just losing touch of DRS from Misfits ahead, and he's going to be under pressure here from Curse behind as well. Spread didn't manage to get back into the DRS as well. He's washed up as usual, and ooh, big slide there from Phantom Dragon on the entrance to the bus stop chicane. Definitely not going to be wanting that.
This might be about to become a boring race for Spread. Oh no, is he back in? Is he back in?
No, he's back in after that mistake. He's back in. He's in with a chance.
Where's the
Yellow flags for Schmidty in the final corner though. And
Curse is going to make the move.
He's pushing him round the corner. That's how close he is. Yeah, done deal there. DRS assistance, all he needs, and he's through to P2.
Climb back on Whale.
Yep, there he goes. Just ahead as he sees as he pops around the corner. Got a bit of a DRS train again, but Wales almost fighting that one back into turn 7. But has to back off for now. And did he hit the wall there? I think he did. It doesn't look like he got damaged. He definitely touched the wall there.
Going down the grid somewhere.
It's a bit of a squeaky bum time anyway. Kamarov around the outside of Jesus. And it's a pretty neat move, if I say so. Who else is pretty close? Corey again back on this battle.
He's by the way with 100% ERS. He's quite happy where he is by the looks of it.
Yeah, now Kamarov is now within this huge DRS train up to P5, with Clem leading for now. And ooh, Datlord almost going into the back of Corey there. He was very late on the brakes, but it's sort of worked out almost. That could have been an absolute wildy.
We have Fabian and Ollie. He had a look. It's actually disadvantaged Dystopian really here. Sorry, Fabian is Dystopian if you didn't know.
There you go. For your added information. Meanwhile, Whale is going to get back past Clem as they head towards the end of the Camel Straight here.
Oh, Kamarov THC.
Oh, whoop 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 whoop. Having a look at that one. THC trying to
The
hang
outside.
it on. It's missed around the outside. Just like Eminem and his two Trailer Park Girls.
It's now got a 2.7 lead. I think he's pretty OP in that Red Bull.
I think it's the look of having someone on the hards, really. As me, you know, in the traffic he was struggling, but gets out that free air. It's pretty dangerous. So yeah, he pulls away, nearly 3-second gap. But obviously he's still got the penalties he's got to worry about as well. Ollie Champ is down in 17th. I think he may have had a moment.
Oh, he definitely has. I've missed that.
I've missed that as well. Don't worry about that. It's very easy, very easy to miss these things on in an 100% race.
There's two of you, we still miss it.
Absolutely. It's blind working guess at this point. On board then with Dartlord, who sits in P8 chasing after Corey, who's trying to make his way past Clem, but Clem still within the DRS. Whale hasn't been able to break it. We've got yellow flags in final sector. Ollie Champ goes into the pits. I believe he may have had damage, and he's got a 5-second time, but he's speeding into the pit lane. Quite impressive to do that at this circuit, not gonna lie. Oh, just up ahead, Curse has been retaken. And Clem is retaking positions. I'm going to see this quite a lot of the race. I think a lot of tit for tat stuff.
We get Franz Piper. I know he's retired, never mind.
Yeah, and I crashed into the safety car. That's a first. First for this season at least.
I've seen it done before at Spa. It's where it sits, it's just it's funny. Quite a few people actually do it.
Oh, I tell you, I wish I'd seen that. That would have been great banter. And one for the highlight reel. Anyway, Clem, he's really trying as much as he can to hold off the likes of Whale and Corey. But at the moment, it's working out. He's got more rear S than these guys as well. At the moment, and wow, Williams straight line speed kicking in there. The VTEC has cheeky send, but had to bail out of that one and cuts the corner, and this allows that lot to come through as they're side by side. And now looking interested is Dystopian in the background as he looks to see if he can make a move. Corey getting caught out by going a little bit too deep on Whale there, and loses out to that.
Yeah,
up to 7.
That was accidental. That's what's caused that. But you went too deep on the brakes into the bus stop. Is it the bus stop still?
Yep, bus stop.
Isn't it?
Still bus stop. No, actually, bus is stopped there. Phantom Dragon switching position. Whale and Clem again, and Dystopian and Corey as well, and Kamarov as well, trying to make the move. I think he's
had to brake on the straight, and he still got the move. He just they were side by side. He had nowhere to go.
It's unbelievable scenes. Jesus getting very close to the back of THC. THC, you have the feeling that he's starting to go a little bit backwards in this race.
I'd rather not see these two together, but there we go.
Oh yeah, no. uh, Vietnam flashback kicking in that. No, but I'm sure they're over it. And speaking of over it, camera was all over the back of Dystopian. Those soft tyres working a lot better than I'd actually expected. They were doing quite well for spread. But it's that lap 10 point they'll start to die off, so we'll see what happens. As Dark Lord is looking to try and find a way past Clem. Clem nearly losing the DRS on Whale, but he's sort of closed back in for now.
Jesus is through.
In the
nice and cleanly, which is good news.
Just in the background, they're kind of looking very racy, trying to find a way past Dystopian. But it has to hold back for now. Clem getting dragged right in with the DRS, but well, if he can get a good run, might be able to hold him off on this straight, but using a lot more overtake. And we'll stay on board as he makes his run towards Whale. He's gaining. He pulls out. They're going to go side by side into the braking zone, and just niching ahead is Clem. Meanwhile, Jesus is passing Corey as they're actually going side by side. Jesus is going to make that move stick. Can't remember.
He now needs to get backed into Fabian's DRS.
Absolutely. Oh, Ollie Champ is retiring in the pits. That's the end of his race. Started P2. It has gone terribly wrong for him as well. Unbelievable scenes. Could have been a great quarter. Could have been a great result. Turning quite sour. Pole sitter spread. Still in 4th place. 4.6 seconds is now your gap at the front. And look at that Dark Lord again, all over the back of Whale. He's actually going to make the move on Whale. Whale's had a bit of a shock of this lap. He's now lost the position instead of having that net battle, but he's fighting this one back potentially into the bus stop again. No, he's going to hold back for now. Clem is now got a new target to defend from, in the form of a Ferrari. That's
you can see the battery flashing on the back of our Dark Lord though.
Yeah, he's got 10% on the ERS, so not a lot to use, but it is a Ferrari. They can pull out some sort of background hacks as Corey goes into the pit lane. He's had enough of these medium tyres and he's gone on to the hards to the end of this race. Dark Lord has had an absolutely fantastic run through that corner there, and he's going to be making the move on Clem. Meanwhile, Whale is also potentially having to look going in. He's trying to find a gap, but it's not really formed in. Kamarov out of nowhere. Almost thought about making that. That could have been a great move from Mesh to pull that one off.
Out.
Oh, that's a bit close. Oh god, these camera angles are not great. Dystopian goes through. Calvert tried to make an audacious move and it's backfired and lost him a position.
Yeah,
he's also
pushed him off line, so it let the one behind through. He did just sat there.
I think he might be starting to struggle for grip as well, as Jesus is all over the back of him. Jesus rising through the pack, as they say. All of the guys in the top 5 are sort of breaking DRS from each other. Dark Lord almost broke the DRS to Clem, actually. He's 9/10. But Clem with the ERS is able to potentially burn it to catch back up. Still hanging on in there for dear life. Dystopian potentially going to send it down the inside. He's thought about it. He's putting the pressure on Whale. Whale getting a little bit out of shape on the exit as well. It's a good measure. Dystopian turning out quite racy at the moment as THC goes into the pits.
Yeah.
I think medium ridders are definitely struggling, so I'd imagine Kamarov is about to have a whole world of pain quite
Seems
shortly.
Seems to be the Williams must have high tyre wear. I think Wales dropping off.
Yeah.
Seems to be.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And Curse is, he's hanging around these on the hard tyres, obviously, so he's going to be going a lot longer, potentially. So Clem not able to overtake Outlaw. This gives Outlaw the perfect opportunity to break DRS now. He's only got a 5/10 gap behind. Whale not able to make the move as well, and he's increasingly becoming even more under pressure from Dystopia behind. He's still got Kamarov and Jesus lurking in the background as well. And
He's got some pace, Dark Lord. I wonder if Clem keeps DRS, he's going to pull the whole train up to spread.
Potentially. I mean, I've always said that Lord has got great pace, and he had it last time he was in the Ferrari at Brazil, and unfortunately that just ended up quite bad after an incident. He was on for a great result, but hopefully he can get a great result for Ferrari, because that car is cursed.
Has now lost the top two, so I can see he was burning to try and stay with him, and he's just obviously gone past that threshold now. He's got no ERS, and he's lost DRS now, so...
Dystopian, very close to the back of the gearbox of Whale. Whale absolutely is struggling there now, trying to find as much grip as he can, but yeah, he's definitely, although Dystopian's not had a great exit there on the camera, you can see struggling to put the power down. Jesus again getting very close to the back of Kamarov. Kamarov is just sort of lurking now with his soft tires definitely faded now at this point. 12 laps he's done on them so far.
Going to check on my installation progress. Car.
Yeah, spread sort of dropping back. Phantom Dragon is caught back into the DRS of Curse up ahead. You've got Schmidty getting overtaken by Corey, who pitted for fresh tyres.
Kamarov is coming on the outside of Fabian.
Ooh, he forces him to that very wide line again, and it seems to be working out quite well. Jesus just waiting to buy his time here as these guys are fighting. Dystopian now losing a lot of ground to Whale ahead. Whale will be happy about this one. Dystopian will be absolutely fuming as he looks to have pretty good pace at this stage of the Grand Prix on these hard compound tyres. Sorry. I was making a mistake there. Going on board with the Aston Martin as he watches this battle unfold ahead of him. All he needs to happen is Kamarov to just go for the move at some point and then take advantage of these guys slowing each other up. He's got plenty of ERS to use to catch here, and you have the feeling he's getting rather close to the back of the AlphaTauri here. Is he going to make a move into the bus stop chicane? No, he's going to hold off for now. A little bit of trail breaking into 18, though. Quite nice to watch, quite satisfying.
Jesus seeing what he's going to do on that final stint on the softs, bearing there's no safety cars. Kamarov 13 laps, and he's still there.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not doing too bad, but is that the benefit of being in a DRS train? Meanwhile, Dark Lord has lost out on pace and is now going to be overtaken by Clem. So hard tyres have definitely now come back in their own advantage at this point, and mediums are definitely falling off, hence why we saw a couple of people pitting already, the likes of THC and Corey. Corey, by the way, must have had a mistake at some point because he's now back down to 17th, but saying that, he's just passed Schmidty on the straight as Clem picks up another penalty. These are really going to be hurting him as to how close that field is. It is absolute curtains at this point. On board then with the Ferrari as Clem is a little bit out of shape through the long right left-hander. And oh my word! How did he not crash? Well, that was very close to the wall. If that were me, that would have been tyre ripped off, body ripped off, the car in two halves.
Touched it.
That was... I'd tell you, there are going to be some brown stains in them trousers after that one. That's for sure. Oh my, I got brown stains and I wasn't even driving. Jesus.
If he still has the cheek to have a look at Clem but stop.
That's, I'm going to say, nearly even I've still nearly made the move. That's rather impressive, actually. All this fighting, though, is helping Spread maintain that 4-second gap. And again...
Oh, Clem's going to get done by 2 here.
Oh, he
Whale's
is.
going to get both
Whale
of them.
could get both. Or is he going to go for it? He's down the inside. Dartlord trying to hang it round the outside. Usually this ends in curtains. But they managed to get through. Glenmore's got the jump back on Dartlord as well. Oh, they're getting very close. Dystopian there is also right there to take any sort of mistake advantage. Kamarov almost looking around the outside again on Dystopian. Dystopian getting a little bit out of shape as that happens. Going on board with Kamarov as wide goes Clem. Completely off track there through Puon. Double dose of Dirty A's are going to be feeling that one. We've got yellow flags for Schmitty again. He's having a move. Oh, and we've got a safety car.
Why?
Safety car as that Ferrari has got no front wing. I'll tell you what, Misfits is going to be absolutely furious.
I said this
10-second gap.
He's now got to go hard.
He's going to go hard or soft. Soft's not going to make... Well, they might make 14 laps, but they'll be slow at the end. He's gone softs.
Kamarov has done 14 laps.
In fact, actually, I think everyone's going to go softs. We'll have a look at a Ferrari pit stop because they're usually entertaining.
Spread will go hard. I'm going to put my money on it.
No, he's gone medium. Curse has gone medium.
I meant to say medium, not soft.
Dragon's gone soft. Dragon actually almost beat Curse out there for a moment. Oh, we're going to have a whole mixture.
So there's a difference in opinion then. Softs or mediums?
THC, by the way.
Fun end.
Again, THC pitted earlier, has to stay out. He's lost out a little bit. But he's up to P8. It's going to be that cork in the bottle again. Camera over to switch to mediums.
They're only 4 laps old, I mean...
Oh no, they're still going to be fine, 4 lap old, but... yeah. A mix of tyres. Actually, yeah, I think the Sus will comfortably make it, actually, and probably with a bit of pace as well, so...
Yeah, there's 12 laps to go, and Kamarov did 14. There'll be 12 laps when the safety car comes in anyway.
Come on, Dartlord, do something for Ferrari, get a podium. I'm begging. Let's see a Ferrari do good. Touch wood. Not that type of wood. Where's Jesus? Jesus is down 12, but he's got fresh softs. He could making some good progress. Fatal back with the field on soft tyres as well. Quick run through tyres. Misfits soft, Curse mediums. Hunter Dragon soft, Spread on mediums. Clem THC. Schmidt's got a 3-second time plate on the safety car. That's something. That's definitely something. Anyway, I was saying, Curse must have Spread, Clem, THC, Dystopian, Kamarov, KZA, Robbo and Schmidty on mediums, everyone else opting for the soft tyres. Prepare to see some interesting manoeuvres as we're upon entering.
I think this will hang on. Especially Misfit, he'll get that far up the road, I don't think he'll then lose that gap. If the mediums overtake them.
In fairness, especially if he has another restart like he did last time, I think he'll absolutely drop Curse.
It'll only be interesting because of Misfit's penalty, actually. Was that someone in the pits then? No, that wasn't me. It's just me.
You see things.
Fatal's in.
Oh, Fatal is in. He's also spared. Oh, that's curtains. Speaking of curtains, Clem has got 12 seconds worth of time.
I don't know
penalties.
why he's hit in the first place. He's lost 3 positions to go on one that older soft and he's got 5 seconds doing it. That's the
He's going to
thing.
have to pit again. Although he won't be able to because safety car will be in.
I think it'll be in, yeah.
Oh, that's disastrous. That's absolutely disastrous. That backfired massively. So yeah, penalty situation. Mrs. only has 3 seconds. Like I said, Clem's got 12. Dystopian got 3 seconds. I'll tell you, Clem with 12. That's to drop it right down the order. Dystopian with 3, Robbo with 3, Corey with
Spent
6.
more time off track than on it, by the looks of it.
Schmidt's got 18 seconds. I don't think he's been on the track. And Fatal had 3 and had another 5 for speeding in the pit lane. Quick look at the position changes from the start. Misfits up 3, Curse up 5, Phantom Dragon up 8, Spread down 3, Darklord down 2. Who else is big gainers?
I can see what Fatal's doing here if you go on board with Fatal.
I see. I see. Hate to break it to you, Fatal, but that set 3 is rather large. I think you're going to have to go a little bit slower. Let's see if you respond to that. Hang on. Well, what? Oh, no, still staying around the 80 mile an hour. Because I say staying around the 80 mile an hour, he's still going quicker than the safety car through the corners. I mean, I rate it. I'm
this
sorry.
Is when we see the, sorry, my pedals broke.
Like I say, I mean, I rate it, but I'm sure some of the other drivers out there are probably thinking, I hate this guy. Oh my god,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
like
it's
Spread
worked.
thinking, oh
It's
my
actually
god, the
worked.
We're going to wait the end now.
It's worked! Oh,
I mean, yeah, I'd be tempted to do the same. I don't know whether you...
I would.
Is it in the rules? I
I
think
don't
it, is
know. I
it?
don't think it is, but that's the game's the game, man. The game's the game. That is fair fucking play. Well, that's one way to recover the 5 seconds there. I'm assuming he's going to be imagining
Now,
pit.
Fatal, don't get another one.
Oh, he's alright. He's done it.
Miles before the line there.
Oh. Fair play. It's a... Look at that, waiting that 5 seconds. And the work is done. For more soft tyres, he's going to have the freshest tyres I've ever
My
done.
game glitched then. He changed the tyres and then he did the 5 seconds. I don't know why that just happened. But that's what happened.
Reverse psychology, that. So, everything back calm. To be honest with you, after the other safety car, the positions have barely changed. Misfit still leads, Curse still second, and Phantom Dragon's still third. Spread's fourth. I think the only gainer really out of that is Darklord is up to fifth, and he's got another chance to potentially get himself on the podium with the pace he's been showing so far. Whale is going to struggle on those softs with the Williams tyre wear. Clem, hope to see he gets a better restart than he did last time. Again, he's on the harder of the compound choices from everyone, but medium's still not a bad race tower.
Camera, who did the 14 laps on softs, decided I don't want the softs again, I want the mediums.
Maybe he had no more fresh
Maybe that's
softs.
telling us something.
Oh yeah, it could tell us something. Yeah, that's
possibly.
right. It could. But I'd imagine at this point, you've got a much less fuel load. If that's the case, then has he backfired doing that? By the time we get going, we're going to have what? That's about 12 laps to go. Yeah, 12 laps to go. On lap 32, we'll restart on lap 33 after 44. Misfits again leads the safety car restart. Will he do what he did last time? And will Curse be able to respond better? Well, we'll find out shortly. We'll look at the back of the Red Bull. weaving away, keeping the tyres warmed up, and away we go. This time Curse has responded much better, but still a little bit of a gap.
Misfit has to go now. The
Kamarov
overtaking.
tried to do that, but of course you have to wait until the start-finish line to make the overtake.
That's what I thought. I don't know why he unless he
Yeah,
just outbraked himself.
sort of backfired a bit there. I tell you what, Curse has got to get this move done and dusted straight away, and I think he knows that. He's using that battery as we go through a Rouge, and Radion is right on the back of Misfits. Misfits is now going to have to look to go defensive. He's going to defend the inside line. He's going to force him to go right around the outside. Hasn't tucked back in for the slipstream. Is he going to go later on the brakes? He tries it down the inside. They get very close. There's contact and round goes Curse. Oh, dearie me. That is... Oh, I'll tell you what, there's going to be one very unhappy driver on that one. Curse is now going to be dropped all the way to the back of the field, and not a lot of laps to get through.
Did he have to make that move then?
It's touch and go, isn't it? Stuff like that, especially in that
left
corner.
Just enough room. I think it's a racing incident, but
we'll find out.
Maybe just a bit of impatience. He didn't have to do it yet.
To be honest with you, I think he did. I think won an early opportunity, and in fairness, he tried it, but it's obviously backfired. In the meantime, this promotes Lex of Jesus. I think there was that car that just went. No, I think it was just like I thought I saw a car go completely off. No, it was. It was. Hilly's gone off. I thought I saw a car go off. It is. It's Hilly. Goes all the way back down to 17th place. I was praising that he was doing a good job getting back through the field. Meanwhile, that one getting right on the back of Spread. Spread's going to have to defend the inside line. He's almost on the grass as he brakes for the bus stop chicane. That's not going to help him. And that one's going to have to sit back, and now comes under pressure from Whale. Phantom Dragon sets the fastest lap of 1.553. Whale's going to go down the inside into turn 1 here. That's side by side, leaving each other room. Is the outside line going to prove better on the traction? No, Whale goes through. Datlon, though, still not giving this one up. Is he going to fight it through a Rouge? No, he's going to wait for the long straight. He needs to get a good run. We stay on board. It's not too bad, but Whale got the better run. God, get tugged. That's alright, tongue twisted that one. Meanwhile, Robbo passing KZA for P11. All these positions matter. Everyone gets points for every position as long as they finish the race. There's Kamarov. Kamarov's in P8 for the meet. Oh, Hilly's picked up a 3-second time penalty. So it's going rather bad for the Haas driver. Not too great for both Haas's. Both of them outside the top 10. As Whale picks up a 3-second time penalty. Oh dear. These are all going to become very crucial in the closing stages of the Grand Prix. Award then very close to the back of Whale. He wants to get that position back and make chase after Spread. And Misfits of that penalty is going to be in full panic mode, and definitely going to try and use everything to blast.
Kamarov and CHC.
Dystopian also in there, the nose to tail. He's in an Alpine sandwich. This could go very sour. It sends it right round the outside on THC, gets the inside line down low, gets a 3-second time penalty. That's backfired. DRS now
following
enabled.
him through here.
Sits back for now. THC holding them off from the order of the medium runners. They're all getting very close. Speaking of very close, Whale is now all over the back of Spread. Spread with no DRS, nothing to defend from this one. Whale's going to absolutely zoom right past. Is Datlor going to be able to do anything here? Not quite close enough. Further back, Dystopian on THC as Cameron was already passed. Jesus looking in the background at a left field. Curse getting ahead of KZA, making his way back up through the field after the incident at turn 5. Oh, it's all lovely, with controversies, you're gonna love it. Controversially, Spread is bottling it as we speak. Phantom Dragon is
He'd
in
be happy
a
to
good
sit
shout.
there as long as you can stay behind Whale, who has a penalty. We've got McLaren off.
Oh, KZ's off. And
Oh, he's beached. You can reset to track KZ8.
he's beached. Oh, he has. He's absolutely beached. He's trying everything. He's reset
Yep,
to track
there
that.
you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah, good.
Not going to push that. Oh, way up. Three
Oh,
cars.
spread! Oh, it's getting very close to the bust-up chicane. That could have been hairy. Clem's getting involved in this one as well, and Cameron isn't too far behind. This is going to get tasty for the podium, this. Misfits trying everything to pull away, but Phantom Dragon is just hung in there for the DRS as they pass the activation light, the detection zone, I should say.
Oh, yeah, you got it. You just got it. Phantom
This
Dragon is out of ERS, so is Misfit, though.
spread gets ahead of Whale. That Lord's going to make the move of Whale. That Lord, we've thought about making the move on spread as well. Further back, curse on Robbo for P11. It's all kicking off up and down the field. KZ heads into the pits as they believe he got front wing damage from that earlier incident. He might go for a fastest lap attempt and get that all important extra point. As I say, every little helps. Not sponsored.
But Misfit might have the pace to get back a second. There he has. He's just broke a second. He needs to keep it.
Oh, it is very close.
Crucial.
It's nip and tuck.
Crucial to win this.
Absolute nip and tuck at the top. And with that penalty, as you say, very much crucial as nearly off the track goes Cameron.
And there it goes.
That Lord moves up to P3 as he flies past spread on the back straight. That isn't very straight, but spread thinking about fighting that one back down the inside. Has to hold off for now, but he gets much closer midway through the corner and has to back off and now look into his mirrors as Wales on the attack on the one towards turn 1. They're having to hold back for now. Spread having to leave the door open on the inside. It's giving Whale a perfect opportunity. They're going to go side by side potentially for Aru. No, he's backed off. He thought of it. You don't want that smoke.
On the inside, you know. They're both going to get Dark Lord, I think.
Oh god, this is going to get very hairy for the Ferrari. Here we go. One goes through, the other goes through. Whale's going to try and fight here. No, spread now holds P3 for now. He's got no penalties as well, which helps.
What's going on down here? Corey just made a mistake because he's just dropped a couple.
I think he may have. Definitely lost a couple of positions on the timing screens. Soft runners, not doing too bad. Spread on those mediums, doing absolute bits. As off the track it goes. Dark Lord, you don't want to be doing that too many times, otherwise you'll get another penalty to his already 3 seconds. Dystopian in the meantime, right up the back of Clem. Clem, I mean, he's got a lot of penalties, but he's definitely not going to give up on fighting people. At the moment, Clem pretty much really dropped down to right at the back of the grid. That's how many he has. It's from P6 all the way down to P16 potentially. That's
Misfitted the minute is a couple of attempts a lap quicker, I'd say. Not enough. Wow, 7 laps. Could he do it? 3 seconds.
It's nip and tuck in it. 7 laps or so. That's nip and tuck. As long as he doesn't make a mistake, he might just get away with it. As spread now becomes the next one under pressure from Whale and Dark Lord behind, but I think it's only going to be Whale that will make the move on spread as he don't even need DRS, he's that close to the back of him. But actually, I think Dark Lord is going to get spread here. Yep, they're going to go. Oh, I thought they were going to go 3 wide nearly. Spread's going to fight this one right round the outside. just stays ahead, but a better line now for Dark Lord as he's got the inside force in the Alfa Romeo as wide as possible there and gets through. This, in the meantime, has given Whale a huge advantage on the timing screens as these fighted that hard behind. Kamarov is still lurking in 8th place at the moment. I would have thought he might have made a couple of moves, but obviously that AlphaTauri is going to be struggling. KZA, as I said, fastest lap 1:44.9. Don't think we'll see anyone really beat that unless there's an instant someone pits for more sauce. The gap at the front staying around 1.5, 1.6 now. Oh, it's very close. Phantom Dragon is really giving it everything here. Applying as much pressure. Maybe he gets another pen. Who knows? Meanwhile, Jesus now loves to look attack.
Yeah.
Just as the back off out of that one, turning a little bit too sharp, losing a bit of the top end speed with the downforce. Meanwhile, windows getting blown in as we move towards the bus stop chicane. Whale now there's no Whale who's going to be under pressure from everyone behind.
But he's going to get done by another 2 cars.
Oh, there we go then. Got bored with the Ferrari behind as they make their way through Rouge and riding on for the 39th time.
I can just admit, I think that EA just admit defeat and lessen DRS a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
2 cars shouldn't get through every straight. I
think it might be more the nature of the track, really, on that one. The camera over the meantime has got ahead of Dystopian. Robbo ahead of THC, Schmitty ahead of Hilly. And oh no! No!
Every time.
Oh, I'm telling you, that car is cursed.
The man's not stoned enough. Curses side by side.
His curses side by side with the cursed car. Oh, oh my God! It's utter heartbreak in the Ferrari garage. Our heart goes out to that one. He was having a great race. Oh my word! Effing shot, effing shot. Oh dear, it's gone.
Bring off THC.
THC bottling it. Not the only one, spread still bottling it.
The mental comes in, doesn't it? 100%. It's a few mistakes creeping in now.
It's the endurance part that people aren't really used to. As look at that, that's Clem and Whale now going side by side. Clem's just doing this for the fun at this point. He knows he's not going to have the positions at the end of the race, unless he's going to somehow magically get them all removed, which I highly doubt it. Dark Lord goes into the pits then. He might try and beat the fastest lap at least.
Oh, he lifted for
He lifted, I saw that, and oh, here we go, they nearly went 3 wide through there. Oh my word, look at this, the absolute cars everywhere. This is where panic is going on. I don't know who's going where. Wales up ahead for now. Clem's losing 2 positions, 3 positions. He's nearly losing 4 positions on one straight. Gamarov's up to P5 after all that.
Oh, I'm just wondering if Kamarov will report that.
Oh.
It was a little bit dangerous to back behind and lifted to get the DRS because Kamarov had nowhere to go. I mean, he's obviously survived and seen it in time, but...
Oh, that was very close.
Sensible.
He tried to lift off of the DRS, it backfired, and now he's down to 7th. Oh. Absolute karma. KZA's out in the pits. I don't really see the point in doing that, like, but whatever.
He's classified, and he's. I think that's why you might know he's classified. He'll get a point still.
I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Round 40 out of 44 for the battle for podium. Although I think spread's now clear on that front. It's just these guys.
Yeah, they've battled so hard.
Into the back of camera for Dystopian. Jesus in the meantime fighting out, and Curse is getting involved by his Curse is somehow back up there after the early incident. How has he managed that? Out of nowhere, out of left field, Clem under pressure from Jesus. Jesus having a back end moment. This is Van Kirst to have another chance through turn one, but he has to back off as they make their run towards Aruj Radio and the Camel straight altogether. Dystopian on the back of Kamarov. Kamarov got the DRS on the back of Whale. Whale could lose another 2 positions again. Then nose and tail both. Dystopian going to try and set it up the inside, the side by side. Whale holding off the Alpine for now, but he's got the better line in the next set of corners. And he's through for Dystopian. Carol up to P4 with no penalties. It's huge. Jesus, in the meantime, lost that to Curse.
Robbo with him. Fatal was nearly with him. They brought more into this. But it's slowly coming off so much.
Still 3 laps to go. Meanwhile, up front, 4 seconds is now the gap. He's got that 3-second gap. This hope he doesn't get another penalty, but that gap is just closing down a little bit. Phantom Dragon absolutely trying everything he can, but I think Mystics might hold off on this one.
Another pen. Oh, Curse has got one.
Oh. The whole field could change at this point. There's a lot of penalties. Only 4 people without penalties, and that goes to Jesus, Cameron Spread, and Phantom Dragon.
How did Cameron get from P7 to P4?
It's unbelievable. Oh wait, he was last at one point.
Just in all that chaos when Hale and Clem were lifted to DRS.
Again,
he's got about 3 positions.
We'll say again, it's like another master recovery job from Garov. He could be in there. There's a couple of people, both the AlphaTauris are in a good chance of driver of the day. They both had really good races. Like same goes for Dystopian, he's got a good chance, but again that penalty, it's going to hurt. Jesus again, no penalties, he's got a good shout. Here we go then. Dystopian already pretty much past Karov at this point. Whale feeling a little bit boxed in, he's going to try and squeeze through the middle, and he does so. How did he find that gap? That's unbelievable scenes. As Hilly comes into the pits for fresh sauce, he's going for a fastest lap attempt. The fastest lap definitely gets well and truly played for you.
Yeah, I don't know why THC went hard. You could have gone soft for a fastest lap.
Oh yeah, THC has pit for hards. Banter.
Who's got it? Let's have a look. I've forgotten how to check.
Details, isn't it? That isn't. I don't know. I have no idea anymore. They've changed it. So technically Karov is still in P4 with those penalties up
You've got a 44.9.
I can't believe Curse is back up there in P8 after being spun in turn 1. That's just mad. Oh, Karov getting very close to the back of Whale. Whale's lost DRS to Dystopian. Dystopian has a chance to break free. Insert music here. And for a couple of reasons, we can't actually insert
what happened there?
Clem has just made a move on. Sorry, I had to defend from Curse. Curse is now coming right back at him. Is he going to make the chance? Oh, he's really trying to. He really wants to do it. He really wants to make a move through there, but backs off in the end. You can just tell by how close he gets to the cars. So Whale is passed by Kamarov. He goes through back into P5. Curse has to stay behind Clem as he picks up DRS from the cars ahead. Jesus also still holding on back there with no penalties. Lap 43 out of 44. We've got 2 more laps left in this Grand Prix. That gap at the top is still stayed around the 4/3.9 second marker. Can Misfits hold on without making another mistake? Will he finally get a win? Literally, potentially all it could take is just one little extend, and that could be another 3 seconds. Literally all it could take.
Could see Hilly's fastest lap here because you got DRS on this lap as well.
cursed with nothing left to burn, trying absolutely everything to get ahead of Clem here, who's just now starting to back away from a little lead battle as Whale has a look at Karov again into the bus stop chicane. Nothing happening just yet. Karov now a 2-second gap between Dystopian and Karov. Is Dystopian going to pull it? I think he needs he needs to get a whole second on this lap. Go on, lad.
He's pushing. He had a wheel on the grass with Blodtram.
It's full send for the fastest
lap. For the hat. Will it be 44.9 was what was set?
44.5, there you go. Reinstates his fastest lap. Whale couldn't quite make the move on Karov. Karov is now gaining on Dystopian, but if one mistake or one dive from Whale could potentially see him lose out on that position. It is very, very close.
9 tabs, 8 tabs.
So at some point we will switch back with Misfits, and I'm sure we will keep you updated. Oh my god, it's 7 tenths. Dystopian's absolutely flying. He's full sending for this one. Even if he has a little bit of warnings to play, he might even utilise them to try and get time. All he needs is Whale to make a move, and he could potentially do one on the inside of on the inside at the bus stop, but he's a little bit far back. He's utilising
everything.
We quickly switch with Misfits, who's coming into the final 2 corners. He's been very dominant on the pace. He's got that 3.6 time penalty, but he's got the gap. It's going to be his first win of the season. Misfits wins the Belgium Grand Prix. Phantom Dragon's got to come out to take P2, and across the line spread holds P3. Dystopian momentarily is P4, but he doesn't quite get the gap, and Karov jumps up to P4. Clem has tumbled down the order with 12 seconds worth of penalties. Schmitty got 21 seconds. Tried to go for the record, but couldn't quite beat. I think it was Boltz who holds the record for the most penalties in one race. Fair play to the Dystopian for trying that. He almost had it. Almost.
Misfit says it's his first ever race win.
Absolutely. Yes, that is his first. Oh, it's his first ever in general. Oh, mad. It's definitely his first in this league.
You actually finished.
And wait THC to cross the line. Well, it was a quite enjoyable race there. Let's see what happens when it's all dry and no rain. It's much better. It's lovely. Oh my god, meanwhile we've got...
no, not that. I hate that. Why is that in the game?
That's been in the game for the past 2 times now, I swear. It's like it's the best podium picture ever. There you go then. Misfits P1, Phantom Dragon P2, Spread in P3. But my driver of the day definitely goes to Kamarov. He's done a great job recovering from his earlier incident to get P4 from being right at the back. It's a very good recovery. Graham, who do you think is your driver of the day?
I think I would give it to Kamarov because he's come back through.
Yeah, there you go.
And he's in an AlphaTauri.
Overall, Kamarov's driver of the day then. As I try and get these gazers in. Hey, when everyone's got all these numbers to put through.
There's no audio box to take.
Yeah, you don't need to. Graham, can you get Misfits in?
I can give it a go.
And we'll see if Mr. Phantom Dragon has an Xbox GT to join. Is he on PlayStation? Or he might be on PlayStation.
Yeah, he's cross-play. You might get Jack in if you need camera off.
Yeah, we'll get Driver of the Day in. I think we'll double check with Last Phantom Dragon. Do you have a way of joining Xbox parties?
I don't have camera off the A account. Let's see if he's joined on the Xbox app. Where is he?
Let's find that Phantom Dragon has a way of joining. Drumroll, please. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for the drumroll.
Very quiet, sweaty party we've got here.
It is very sweaty. Although, to be fair, don't blame
I'm-
it. There's just 44 laps at Spa.
Yeah, I'm just having a minute with a smoke. I'm just having a minute with a smoke. My arms are hurting. My wrists are hurting. My eyes are hurting. COD, on the other hand, Graham.
Or maybe. I don't know.
What do you mean, maybe? Don't give me none of that.
A game to.
Here's the game,
Right,
right? We're
anyway.
gonna quickly get Phantom in,
What,
so
eh?
bear with us, guys,
What?
for the podium party. Stop talking about your shitty COD.
Yeah. Why am I here?
Driver of the Day, innit?
P2 is crossplay, and we give you driver of the day, so we thought,
Cool.
fuck it.
Way.
Don't sound too excited for that. Go on.
I'm not.
So what
doing
happens
well.
when Hilly doesn't do comms?
Yeah, I get driver of the day. Way.
Let's see if he gets that. We'll give it a moment, see if he joins. Is Misfits either?
He's here. Well, I don't know whether he's here.
He's
But he's
here.
in the party.
Coring Misfits, are you there? You speak? Are you able to speak?
Will you talk to me, Dad? Sorry.
No.
I was
Graham
taking
changes his
the-
name to Misfits.
Yeah, we can hear you now. That's right.
Oh, there we go. Rightio. I'll give Hunter Dragon another party invite.
I forgot to turn my mic down. Turn it on.
You're alright. Anyway, we'll start with the interviews then. Misfits, that's a very dominant performance for you there. The Red Bull, a P1, and you had the pace and managed to get the gap with the penalty there. Just to talk about the penalty, how worrying was that in the end when that final safety car came out?
Hang on, Jem. Sorry, my wife just woke up.
It's just the ice
Just have
getting his
awakened
first
the
win.
ancient one.
Yeah, I when that safety car came in, I was a bit like, I just got a qualifying laps, just had to go for it. And as soon as I think it's Curse who was behind me went down the inside of me, I don't know who done what, whether I hit him or he hit me, I don't know. I just went for it. So I had to try and get my first win.
Well,
It's all about breaking DRS, wasn't it, really? As
Yeah.
soon as you got that, you had the pace.
Yeah, once I got that on the guy who then was in second behind me, I just saw the times just increasing every lap, which was nice. Just not make a mistake, because the reason I'm in a Red Bull is because I make mistakes because I'm not that fast. But I didn't tonight, which was nice.
nice indeed. I think Phantom Dragon's having a few technical difficulties, so we move to spread. For once, I can't actually chat shit against it because he actually had a pretty decent race, annoyingly. Had a shock pole position out of nowhere, which unfortunately couldn't quite convert to the win. But a P3, nevertheless, is a pretty good result considering your place in the standings.
Thank you. I don't know. Don't ask me about the lap before. I don't understand where that come from because I've been on time trial and I hadn't gone that quick on time trial, so I don't know where that lap come from. It was just 1 in a million. The race, same problem as I've had all season. Race pace is just nil. I tried something different, went for breakaway at the beginning, but and I couldn't. I think I got to like 9.5 tenths on Ollie, and then he must have pressed his little magic button and brought it all back down on the straight. So, uh, yeah, couldn't break that. And then it was a case of just trying to make the strategy work. And look, fortunately, the safety car come out every time I needed to pit. So that was nice, but it also obviously everyone else got the tyres as well. Um, but yeah, when that was some great battling, it tends to be back and forward a bit. The last thing, it was like Andy got past me with the RS, and then I try and you're not always watching the car behind you. You're watching the car behind them because you don't want to be just done by you. You know what I mean? Two in a straight. If you've got eight and a half or more on the car behind you, then you're all right. You kind of don't get done by two, but just one of them. Everyone had penalties as well, so it's just right. I don't need to push. I can just sit in and yeah, that was it. And then Dystopian worried me out last lap. He went for the move, and I was like, "What are you doing that for?" And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, he might get that removed." And then as soon as we come out the corner, he's like, "No, I'm not getting it removed." I just thought I'll have a crack. I was like, "That's fair enough." So yeah, but the pace he had at the end was he was catching me by a second a lap. And I don't know where that comes from. I mean, I
Yeah,
wasn't.
I think he was trying to break away from Kamarov because he had a pen, didn't he? But that was getting close, so.
Yeah, right. That's what it had been. But, yeah, I was. I said it wasn't like I was pushing the car, but I wasn't quite just cruising either. I was still burning what I had just to try and keep the gap up, and I was still surprised at how quick we were closing. But it was a good race, just incident free and consistent. That'll do me.
Absolutely, I just want to see how about that. Rob will put in the chat that he just likes the fact that I put the tables just to brag that he's leading the top at the moment. Although that lead
Who's
is definitely
leading
going to
it?
come back. Robbo. That lead is definitely going to come down.
Robbo's
Spread a pretty good result. Speaking of good results, on our driver of the day, Kamarov. Sound a bit exhausted after that one.
Well, I'm not very well, so it's been a fun race.
Talk about what happened at the start there. I think you were going side by side with the other drivers and just caught you out on the inside there.
I was brutally murdered by Corey, and he should repent for his sin. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I need to watch it back. I felt like in the moment he didn't really leave me enough space, but you never know with this shit. So he probably thought I was going to use a bit of the curb or whatever, and I didn't. And I could have done, but hey, it don't really fucking matter. It's meant that I had a bit of a boring first stint with it. Oh yeah, and I had a collision with Bolts as well, which to be fair was my fault. I got too much on the curb after poo on and just spun into him and got a bit of damage. But yeah, that meant I kind of had a bit of a boring first stint. Pace was absolutely nowhere, and then the virtual safety car came out at exactly the wrong time, which meant it ended as I was going through the bus stop, which was fun. And then what happened? There was an actual safety car, which I fitted softs on and got onto the back of like the frame for about sixth or seventh, fifth or something like that, and pretty good pace, made a few good overtakes, and then was it another safety car? I pitted onto mediums, and again kind of just made my way up. I was never really, thinking that I would get somewhere around fourth, but eventually, I think towards the end, with people having pens and being nearly up there, it kind of came to the realization that, oh shit, I'm in quite a good position here. And yeah, the pace was good eventually, and unfortunately, I couldn't quite get spread because Whale and Clem decided to not want DRS going up Eau Rouge and let off and broke
I
while
was
there
on
were
board
three
with you
people
when I saw
right
this. I
behind
was
them.
gonna ask you
Nearly
about it.
fucking shat myself. I wasn't very happy as well. I had a little go at Clem, but hey, he deserves it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But hey, you
did
can
think at
brake
the
for
time,
DRS,
I
but
mean,
maybe not when there's three people behind you.
yeah, it
Which
was. I
obviously
don't think it
meant
was
that
safe
spread
enough
got away.
myself.
I don't know if I
But
would have been able to get him anyway, but would have been nice to have
Well,
a
spread
try.
does
But
tend to bottle it, so anyway.
He does.
Moving on to the next race, then the final race before we head to the Christmas break, it'll be the Hungaroring. That's gonna be. I'll tell you what. Good luck to you all if you're doing that one next. Let's start with you, Misfits. How are you feeling about Hungary next week? If you're turning up.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll be here next Saturday. I should be. I'm not great at Hungary, so I'm quite happy to take the Red Bull again.
He has one win. He has one win the Red Bulls. I'll happy to take that one again.
No, it's not my favourite track, but it's a track in it.
And Spread, what's your opinion on doing 100% of Hungary?
Where?
I
Hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot me. I think I might have to manipulate some allocations there and put myself in.
You might actually have to
Aston
put
Martin.
fuel in your car around there for once. That might be a help.
Well, I put fuel in the car everywhere.
I'm not too sure about that one. I'm pretty sure. What was it? Was it Jeddah? You ran out of fuel?
No, Qatar.
Oh, Qatar.
I won't mind. I put the limit what the game had allowed me to put in it. I couldn't put any more in it, and we had a safety car, and I put it on lean, and I still run out on the last corner.
You just washed up, mate. You just washed up.
Yeah.
I am bad on this game. I am bad on this game. I'll send him pictures of joints into chat. Behave yourself. Right.
That's on stream.
Yeah. Oh,
Camera off. How you feeling about Hungary? Quickly moving on.
Yeah, I quite like it. It's not brilliant for racing, especially if it's raining. But especially 100% round there is usually quite good fun. You can have a few good strategies, and if it's raining, you can do a zero stop, which
I
is
hope
always
it's raining.
interesting.
You can do zero stopping 100% if it's raining.
I did it, and I pissed many people off because they were stuck behind me. They couldn't get past me. And it was very funny.
I'll tell you what. If it
I
rains,
remember
please
that.
do that again because that would be hilarious. Anyway, that is all we have time for this week. Thank you all for watching, and see us next time when we take the track of Hungary for 2 mini laps, and again probably a lot of dozing off because it's not a great racetrack. Anyway, we move on. Thank you for watching. Good night.